that what it sounds like normally?
Last time on my diary, I sprayed loads of water into my ears and disgusting stuff came out. It was utterly horrible, and yet I spent an entire video explaining it. And now, I must readjust to the real world in all its HD audio glory. Of course, this was all typed up minutes after the syringing, before I took it all for granted again. Remember this, no matter how depressing your life gets, somewhere there's somebody who's spent hours hosing their ears to get gunk out of them before typing up over 1,600 words describing the experience. For fun. Fun. Oh, whatever. I've had a bit of a cold, so that's why my voice is so deep and sexy sounding. Please bear with me. You'd think that unblocking one ear would double the hearing you previously had with just one. Maybe you'd think that there would be diminishing returns, but it's not like that. It has completely changed the way that I can hear things, as though now both my ears can work in co-op mode again. I can trust my directional hearing. I can appreciate the jungle sounds in Crisis. I can work out where people are in the house when they call my name, instead of wandering about like an idiot until they get angry with me. The first thing I noticed when I got my hearing back was how clicky everything was. I thought my clothing consisted of nappies that were causing rubbing sounds against my skin. Even now I'm amazed that I can hear my clothing against me whenever I move. It's actually really annoying. In a nice way. I can do tiny things like rubbing my fingers against my trousers as quietly as I like, and I can actually hear them. The sounds, although infinitely more defined, sound almost flawed. I can make out the imperfections in what was previously beyond my capability to even comprehend. I'm almost more aware of how flawed my hearing is, even though it's less flawed than it has been in a year. Before, only sizable things would make a sound, but now every drop of water, every tock of a clock has its own voice. It's as if the entire world is competing to be heard by my ears. The bass has stayed about the same, but now I have high-pitched hearing that's better than ever before. That cola I just poured is trolling me by how fizzy it is. It's all like, look at me, I'm really noisy. I'm almost noisy enough to wake everybody in the house up. Just shut up! Speaking of which, even my voice is weird. Everything sounds as though it's been replaced with a familiar yet different and HD version of its former self, and my voice is no exception. My voice is kind of crisp, but at the same time plasticky sounding. It's smooth like butter, and it has the growl of a V8 engine. It has a creamy echo from where it bounces off the walls, and yet feels enclosed and compact, as if it's all contained in one beautiful package. Nah, just kidding. It sounds as though I have a cold at the moment. There's always something that has to mess everything up, isn't there? This probably comes as no surprise to you normal people, but I just kind of accepted it as age screwing me over despite being careful with my ears. I now feel sorry for anybody who's been in my car whilst I've been playing music at loud levels. Sorry. It sounds too good to be true, but everything now sounds like it's too loud. Typing on the keyboard is a deafening experience. Let me emphasise this. I feel as though my brain has overcompensated by turning up the volume controls, and I'm going to use this as an opportunity to never visit a nightclub again. Before I went to my room, I could hear my computer, but not just that, I could hear it better than if I previously had my ear right up to it. Before, if I wanted to hear the ringing of my ears, I could just stand in my room, but now I can't do that. I can hear birds singing outside, my computer hissing away and, well, my computer hissing away. I can still hear a slight ringing, but now it's in the other ear as before, and it's only just detectable with my now Superman-esque ears. I decided to try out high-pitched sound tests, but unfortunately I couldn't make out more than 16,000 Hz. But who wants to hear those sounds anyway? Apart from that guy who said he could make out a 16K sound on a video where the wave file stops at 12. Why do people do that? Seriously. I know of people who are blind or deaf from birth, only to regain their lost sense but would retain more refined skills in picking out things with their original ones. Think Daredevil but with vision again. It makes me wonder if it's worth living blind or deaf for months on end just to get used to what it's like. It would make midnight snacks far easier to get in the dark. At least now I know what it's like to be old and deaf. Inevitably as time goes on, my hearing will diminish until the muffled half-life I've endured recently becomes the norm. No doubt it will be so gradual that I won't notice or miss it. All I can say is that it's been an enlightening experience for me. Even pouring a glass of water is a thrilling experience. I simply can't wait until I get to do the ear syringing again.